G'day to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. I'm in Greece at the moment, and we are experiencing a once in a month phenomenon. I'm at Avlaki, Portorafti, which is at the outskirts of the Attica region, just 35 minutes from Athens and very close to the airport. What we have here is a full moon rising over Evia, and you'll probably note that where the full moon is rising now is roughly pretty close and aligned to where the sun rises in the morning. The moon is a deep, deep red and very, very beautiful. One of the things that I absolutely love about Greece is the predictability in a country that has a lot of unpredictability. But one thing for sure and for certain, if you come here where I am at Panorama Beach, every morning, every 92 days of summer, you're going to see and be greeted by a beautiful, beautiful sunrise. And once or twice a month, you'll get to experience a beautiful moonrise. For those of us who live in the southern hemisphere, you don't get these gifts as predictably and as often as what you do in this beautiful country, Greece, because Greece has an amazing, a most beautiful, a most perfect climate that is designed for sun worshippers and those who enjoy the natural elements. It's clear skies, the lack of cloud cover, the warm waters, the calm, buoyant waters that are 26 degrees or higher make it perfect for holidaying and spending your time in the sun, because the days are long. First light throughout summer is about 6 a.m. or comes at about 6 a.m. and last light is at about 9 p.m. So you're getting a guaranteed 15 hours of daylight to enjoy your summer days. There is no other country in the world that can boast that consistency and that predictability. If you come to Greece and if you come to Avlaki, these waters here are surrounded by mountains, which means that these waters are protected from the elements, and you can spend the whole day at the beach. And if it's windy here or rough here, then you can go somewhere else close by and get a perfect swimming place to enjoy your day. To all my friends of the great Greek diaspora, I have one thing to say, that every rock, every pebble, every grain of sand in this land has your name indelibly etched upon it. And every breeze, every zephyr that blows through the trees, over the water, through the waves, across the bushes, will consistently and non-ceasingly be calling out your name to come back home, just like in legendary times Odysseus took the long way, but we're all invited to come back home because Greece wants you to be back home so the sun can envelop you, can hug you, the waters can cradle you, and this country can give you the love that you will probably not receive in any other place on this earth. There was never a time where the people of Greece were not deeply religious, and for that reason the Greek language was the language of the New Testament, and for that reason Kolokotronis in 1821 said Eleftheria ή θάνατος. It's worthwhile to give up your life to protect the Greek language, to protect the Greek culture, to protect the light of the world, because the New Testament, the epistles of St. Paul, were all written in the Greek language using Greek thought. And that in itself makes Greece, the Greek language, the Greek culture, very special indeed and in need of protection. So once again, thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5 AM Club, on this magical, mystical, beautiful evening. And you could imagine standing right here where I am 2,500, 3,000, 4,000 years ago and looking out at that red glowing moon and wondering what omen it meant, and to be comforted knowing that you're living in a country that was going to be the country that gave the greatest gift to mankind. My Uncle George, my late Uncle George, always says that the Greeks have given the world more than the world could ever hope to repay. And for that reason, we also need to protect, respect and support everything that is Greek, for it is the foundation upon which democracy, freedom of speech, freedom of thought, freedom of expression were created and based upon. I also say to my friends that you don't have to be born in Greece. You don't need to have Greek DNA. You don't need to have Greek blood to be Greek, because Hellenism, Greekness have infused everything that we have in this world. And if you are a believer in freedom, democracy, freedom of expression and all of those wonderful things, then by definition you are very, very Greek in all of your essence. The last point that I want to make before I close off on this video is that you don't need to go to Mykonos, you don't need to go to Santorini to say that you've come to Greece. If you can't find the essence of Greece in Athens, then you won't find it anywhere in all of Greece or anywhere else in the world, because Athens is Greece and